Good evening, friends. It is Shannon. I am continuing to work on this self-finished needlepoint pillow. I shared this last night. It says, I am very busy. Excuse me. And I framed it out with some Liberty of London fabric to bring it up to the 12 by 16 size that I have for my pillow insert. So I started last night to apply or sew on the cording. And I did use pre-made cording for this one. I had a little spool of pre-made cording that I bought at an estate sale or a thrift store or something, and so I just am using that because I had it in my stash and I haven't been very pleased with the cording that I've been making. So I started sewing this on last evening, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to film a great tutorial. I've tried like 3 times to do it, and it hasn't turned out great any time, but I wanted to at least share what I've been doing because I follow the Finishing Fairy on Instagram, and she shared this on Instagram. She may have it here on TikTok too. I should have looked, but I forgot to do that. But it's a different technique that she suggests when applying the cording or sewing on the cording. And so her tutorial, which was great, and then she obviously used the see-through or nylon, the invisible thread. But I've complained about that before, that I hate it. I don't love it. And so I'm just using an Aurifil light gray or light blue in a very lightweight weight. I don't know exactly what it is, but I've been really pleased with this thread. It's 100% cotton, which I like better than the polyester, sort of standard polyester coated cotton that you get for sewing thread. So I've been really pleased with it. So I'm using that because that's what I had at hand and I thought it would be fine. And so the technique that she suggests, and she's got a great tutorial on it, is you start with going through the twists of the cording, and you basically take your needle and split the difference. So you're going to go between the 2 strands of the cording. So you can kind of sew through it, and it won't really matter, but the goal is that you're going to go through the 2 strands of the cording and then go straight underneath from front to back. And in your needlepoint, if you were sewing 2 needlepoint cookies, you would just be grabbing just like the first row of your needlepoint. And then what I do is I go back through the back at basically a 45-degree angle from where you've gone in the front. And that way you're moving your needle further along by, a 1/4 of an inch or so. So you come out the back. That's not displaying great. And pull your thread through. And then again, you'll just do it again, where you're just going to go through the 2 colors or the 2 strands of your cording between them. Put your needle through there, and then drop your needle down into a stitch below or from the front to the back, and then come out about 45 degrees further down the road, about a 1/4 of an inch away, essentially. So you're not going like a whip stitch round and round the top of the cording like I was trying to do before. You're basically going through the cording between the 2 strands, between the 2 strands. You're putting your needle between those 2 strands in the front and then going through the back. That was not helpful. Go watch the Finishing Fairy. She does a great job of filming this tutorial. All of that to say, highly recommend following her and following this technique because it is turning out much better than the whip stitch that I was trying to do before. So I'm going to keep on stitching for a few more minutes and then head to bed because I'm clearly pretty tired because I'm not explaining this very well. But thank you for coming along, and I appreciate you watching, and I hope you're having a great evening and getting to do something fun and creative. Have a good night.